What is going on, everybody? I'm feeling some Phillies today. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of excited. You see John Clark all over Twitter, and just the fact that baseball is getting back. You see the players getting ready, throwing some pitches all over the place. I'm just pumped, man. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for some baseball, and I even tweeted this out. Am I crazy to say that I'm excited for the Philly season, even though I understand the big fish has not been landed, and I don't think it will happen until about mid-March, late March? I'm still pumped. I think we upgraded this team to a really, decent degree, I would say. Obviously, I want Bryce Harper, and this isn't about that. I'm not getting into the big free agency thing. I want to talk about some things I've been seeing, I've been hearing when it comes to the Phillies, Kapler, Franco, Kingery, but we'll start with Aaron Nola, because Aaron Nola made a splash here as he gets signed to the Phillies for a few more years here, and that's awesome. I mean, it was a team-friendly deal. I'm very excited about it. Obviously, last year with the 2.37 ERA, 224 strikeouts, 17-6 record, and being one of the top pitchers in the National League, it's just awesome, and I just don't see him not doing that again. He's just a very successful pitcher, and I'm stoked to have him here. So Nola, 4 years, $45 million with a 1-year team option, so it could potentially be a 5-year, $65 million. The 4th year of this contract is for his free agency year. The team option would be a second free agency year. It's just a really good deal for the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to have this guy. As of right now, he's our really only pitcher because I don't love our pitching staff. Let's just say that. I have faith, though. I'll be honest. I have more faith in Jake Arrieta than I did, say, a week or two ago. Because you hear the news, he torn his meniscus last year, and he was playing through it. And during that time, over his last 9 starts of last year, 1-5 with a 6.35 ERA. Now, that came into play. Without a doubt, it came into play. Also, our defense was atrocious last year. He's a guy who thrives off the ground balls, relying on your defense. Well, we upgraded those positions. We have Gene Segura now at shortstop. We have better all-around defense. We were so sloppy last year. The errors consistently. It was a joke. It was so hard to watch. We had Reese playing out in left field, who clearly isn't a left fielder, and I'm very stoked to see him taking ground balls at first base. But I have faith that Jake Arrieta is going to bounce back from what he was last year. I think the torn meniscus played a big factor. Even he thinks that. So I have a little bit more faith that Arrieta is going to be more productive than he was last year. So if we have Nola and Arrieta, I'm not in love with the Eflin, Velasquez, and Pivetta situation, but there is still time with 100 and something free agents still out there to maybe make a move on Keuchel or someone else. See, Keuchel's iffy because I know he didn't have his greatest year, but I think he's an upgrade just from his veteran presence. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I think we need to make some moves with the starting pitching still. That's just my opinion. So, Franco. We're going to get into Gabe Kapler, by the way. We're going to get into Gabe because I kind of liked what he said to the media, I'll be honest. But Franco and Kingery, they're battling for third base. Now, is that something? It's interesting. Franco, we expected him to be better than what he has produced for us. I think he's serviceable, but he's not what we all expected him to be. Last year, he had 270, 22 home runs, 68 RBIs. He's 26 now. He had a hot stretch there last year at one point where he was really just raking the ball. I just expected him to be better. We were all promised that he would be better than he is. Like I said, he's serviceable, but apparently he's came in skinnier and in shape. Like Gabe told this dude, listen, you got to come in ready to go. And he came in skinnier with a new approach to the plate and all that. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, if we land someone like Manny Machado, that's going to totally change the scenery here, because realistically, he'll probably play third while Segura plays short. But for right now, we don't have Manny Machado, so I'm going to say it's interesting to see that Kingery and Franco are fighting for third. I think it's to spark him up a little bit to say that. Kingery knows that he's probably going to be a utility guy. He's this young kid who just works his ass off. He works his bag off, and he's going to give Franco a run for his money when it comes to the work ethic thing. I think this is just something to spark a little flame under Maikel Franco. That's what I think. Interesting to see how it's all going to play out. But is it weird for Kingery, though? Is it too much for a young kid like this with really no legitimate experience at one position at a young kid? Is it too much? You're going to play short. You're going to play second. You're going to play third. You're going to do this. You might even catch. You might even pitch. You might even close. I mean, are we just giving this kid way too much as a young rookie in the MLB? Is it too much? He reminds me of a TJ McConnell of baseball. So wherever he goes, he's just going to work 180%, and I get that, and I think that's why they're going to put him under Franco and say it's a battle to kind of see how Franco is going to respond to this. But it is interesting. So now let's go to Gabe. Here's something that I'm going to play for you. It's by John Clark. He tweeted it out. I'm going to listen to it as you do. Let's take a listen to Gabe.
Well, we're just going to have some boundaries in the clubhouse that are a little bit stronger. Last year, I stressed that we wanted players to be able to be themselves and to be celebrated for who they were. And we're going to continue to stress that. And at the same time, we're going to implement systems and processes and boundaries that make it clear that we are here to work every single day. Spring training is going to be the jumping off point for that. Everything we are going to do is going to have a higher level of intensity. It's going to be, our attention to detail is going to be stronger, and there are going to be some boundaries put into place. Not that I'm going to implement a set of rules different than we had last year, but I will say that we are going to raise the bar for the behavior across the board.
Gabe! How about it? See, one thing I was always critical on Gabe is the fact that we had so many errors. Like, the team just wasn't focused. The team wasn't mentally prepared. And I know it's baseball. The skipper doesn't really do much but set the lineup card. But there is a culture that he builds. Gabe Kapler builds the culture in the locker room. He builds the mindset going into games and going into seasons. That's ballsy. That's ballsy, and I think you're seeing that with the way players are coming into training camp, coming into spring training. Franco cutting all that weight. Players approaching it differently. He's setting a different type of mindset heading into the season that this is no joke, fellas. We are going to be literally going for it this year. And I love that. I'll be honest, I actually loved how Gabe Kapler approached the media when it came to this. There's going to be boundaries. It's going to be different this year. I love it. I really do. I said it. I'm going to give Gabe Kapler just a shot. I'm going to give him a new shot. Now, once it's game 3 and I realize he's taking our pitchers out after 55 pitches and we're changing our pitcher and our bullpen guys every 3 pitches, I might change my mind. But for right now, I'm liking it. He's got a little bit deeper of a roster now with JT Realmuto, Segura, McCutchen, Reese over at first. I am genuinely stoked to watch some Phillies baseball. And this is without the big fish. If we land one of the big fishes, I'm even going crazier. This is interesting to me, this team. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. And I never would have ever thought I'd be this way without the big fish. Everyone keeps looking, oh my God, he's going to do it today, 24 hours. Someone tweeted out he's going to do it in 24 hours. Oh my God, when is it going to happen? What's going to happen? Probably mid-March. It's mid-February, probably mid-March. Scott Boras is playing the game, and the Phillies are just sitting back and waiting. So, I mean, don't get yourself too worked up yet. Let's enjoy what's going on now. Seeing the videos of pitchers and catchers. Seeing the videos of Aaron Nola, Sir Anthony Dominguez throwing on the mound. Hearing the pop of the gloves. Watching Franco and Kingery take some third base ground balls. To see Reese at first. I am really, 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 really excited. I want to mention one thing, though. One thing I don't really like is the Liberty Bell on the hat. I don't know if I like it. I really don't. I really don't. Not that makes or breaks anything, but... So, yeah, I just want to know down below in the comment section, how do you feel about the Phillies heading into this thing? Obviously, we all want the big fish. If we don't land him, are you still as intrigued as I am? Because I am stoked. We pick up also David Robertson. Like, I'm stoked. I think we can make a run at the division. Contend for a World Series? Probably not with the roster right now, but win a division, yeah, I think it'll be a battle. I think it's literally going to be a battle, though. I think Mets, Nats, us, Braves, I think it's going to be a legitimate dogfight in the NL East, and I'm ready for it. So I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you think about Gabe Kapler and his statements. What about Franco? What about Kingery fighting for third base? Is it time to just give up on Franco? Are you okay with his production? Do you think he's serviceable? Boys, this is great, man. This is great. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying my emotions that are for Phillies baseball right now. I'm stoked to watch some baseball. Who says that? I mean, really. Think about it. Think about today's era and what we say about baseball. I'm stoked to watch baseball. 4 hours? 4.5 hours of pitching changes? I'm giving Gabe Kapler a chance. What the hell is wrong with me? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. Go Phils.